And it does, and it has wonderful, warm-hearted people, one of which is this fine gentleman. Okay. Yeah, trick stool. Yeah, but that's all right, yeah.
It won't fall.
No, this comes off here, but that's all. That's its only trick.
Well, maybe I won't, because, not because of what you just said, but, you know, the story really requires a little movement. So, let me strict myself.
That's right. You're in for a treat. We have a master storyteller here. In fact, he sometimes makes a living doing that. Or part of one, anyway. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very fine Mr. Leslie Parrott.
Thank you. There once was a tailor who bought a beautiful piece of cloth. And as soon as he bought that cloth, he knew just what to do with it. He began to cut and snip and sew. Cut and snip and sew. And when he's finished, there was a beautiful coat. He went everywhere with that beautiful coat. He went to the marketplace, to visit friends and neighbors, to the bakery, and always, when he went to the synagogue. But there were times when he stand before the mirror and he would sing to himself, yada-da-da-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-da-da-dee-dee-dum. But in time, that coat began to show wear and tear. There's wear and tear here, and there's wear and tear there. That tailor took that coat, hung it on the hook of the wall, thought to himself, what to do? Well, that tailor was a practical man and a clever man, and he soon realized what to do. He took that coat, he began to cut and snip and sew. Cut and snip and sew. And when he's finished, there was a beautiful jacket. He went everywhere with that beautiful jacket. He went to the marketplace, to visit friends and neighbors, to the bakery, and always, when he went to pray at the synagogue. Oh, but there were times when he stand before the mirror and he sing to himself, yada-da-da-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-da-da-dee-dee-dum. But in time, that jacket began to show wear and tear. There's wear and tear here and there's wear and tear there. That tailor took that jacket, hung it on a hook on the wall, thought to himself, what to do? Well, that tailor was a clever man and a practical man, and he soon realized what to do. He took that jacket, he began to cut and snip and sew. Cut and snip and sew. And when it's finished, there was a beautiful vest. He went everywhere with that beautiful vest. He went to the marketplace, to visit friends and neighbors, to the bakery, and always, when he went to go to the synagogue. But there were times when he stand before the mirror and he would sing to himself, yada-da-da-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-da-da-dee-dee-dum. But in time, that vest began to show, there was tear here and there's tear there. That tailor took that vest, he hung it on a hook on a wall and thought to himself, what to do? Well, that tailor was a practical man and a clever man, and he soon realized what to do. He took that vest, he began to cut and snip and sew. Cut and snip and sew. And when he's finished, there was a beautiful scarf. He went everywhere with that beautiful scarf. He went to the marketplace, to visit friends and neighbors, to the bakery, and always, when he went to pray at the but there were times when he stand before the mirror and he would sing to himself, yada-da-da-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-da-da-dee-dee-dum. But in time, that scarf, you know what I'm talking about. He hung that scarf on a hook on the wall, thought to himself, what to do? That tailor was a practical man and a clever man, and he soon realized what to do, young lady. He took that scarf, he began to cut and snip and sew, cut and snip and sew, and when he's finished, there was a beautiful handkerchief. He put that handkerchief in his breast pocket. He went everywhere with that beautiful handkerchief in his breast pocket. He went to the marketplace, to visit friends and neighbors, to the bakery, and always, young man, when he went to pray at the synagogue. But there were times when he stand before the mirror and he would sing to himself, doing yada-da-da-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-da-da-dee-dee-dum. But in time, Larry, you know what happened. Yeah, it was wear and tear. He took that handkerchief, placed it on the dresser, and thought to himself, what to do, what to do. Well, that tailor, he was a practical man and a clever man, and he soon realized what to do. He took that handkerchief, he began to cut and snip and sew, cut and snip and sew. And when he was finished, there was a beautiful button. And he sewed that button on his pants to hold up his suspenders. He went everywhere with that beautiful button holding up his suspenders. He went to the marketplace, to visit friends and neighbors, to the bakery, and always, 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 Larry, 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 when he went to pray at the synagogue. But oh, there were times when he was standing before the mirror, and he would sing to himself, yada-da-da-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. Yada-da-da-dee-dee-dum. But one day, he lost that button. He looked all over the house for it, couldn't find it. He looked outside of the house, couldn't find it. But that tailor was not an unhappy man, because you see, that tailor was a practical man and a clever man. You see, with the fabric left from the coat when he made the jacket, and the fabric left from the jacket when he made the vest, and the fabric left with the vest when he made the scarf, and the fabric left with the scarf when he made the handkerchief, and the fabric left when he made the button, and old pants that he no longer wore, and his old shirts that he no longer wore, and his wife's dresses that she no longer wore, and her aprons that she no longer wore. He cut into shapes like rectangles and diamond shapes and squares. And he made a beautiful, beautiful patch quilt. And on cold winter nights, oh, on cold winter nights, he would cover himself and his wife with that beautiful, beautiful patch quilt. And a song would ring in his ears, and I want you folks to sing with me. Yada-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum, yada-da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. But Taylor, thank you very much.